Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blerd in the land. Welcome back, Legends community. Returning Legends, thank you so much for commenting, liking, and sharing. New Legends, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and also sharing. Let's get into today's new video. Today's new video is actually on something that I've talked about quite a bit on my channel. So it's not super new, but it is, I guess you could say, a bit of an update on a particular movie. Now, you have to remember, back in 2019, they confirmed that we were going to get a Blade reboot movie. And I was down for it. I was like, yo, let's do it. Let's see, as a Marvel fan, what they can do with Blade. Because the very first series of Blade movies were successful. And, I was like, you know what? It's time. I said to myself, it is time for a new Blade movie. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, yeah, I think it's time. Don't get me wrong. Wesley did a great job playing Blade. And to hear that it was going to be announced at a con was dope. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I like about cons. They do announce certain things. But it seems like this Blade movie is not going anywhere. And what do I mean by anywhere? It hasn't been filmed yet. It's kind of going through some other things. And one of the actors from the Blade movie addressed what is really going on with Blade movie, the Blade reboot movie, excuse me. And I'm like, good. We want to know. We want the answers. So let's get into it. Pretty much, Delroy Lindo confirms that Blade production movie is a mess. I believe him. I believe him. And he addresses it. So pretty much he says that, he had the opportunity. They called him up pretty much to do the Blade movie. He was going to be Blade's mentor for the Blade reboot movie. And he said the reason for it is pretty much production issues. And what production issues? Multiple directors. Also, on top of that, multiple writers. And they're leaving. And I'm like, Marvel Studios, what's going on? We've been hearing about this movie since freaking 2019. What year are we in? 2025. I'm just like, why are these directors leaving? Are you guys being difficult to work with to get this movie put out in movie theaters? And even the writers left. Man, they can't even keep writers. Y'all can't keep a director. And they have multiple writers too, by the way. To me, I don't know, but this is just prediction, right? Or speculation, right? Let me just give you my theory. You can agree or disagree with this. I remember when Black Panther came out, right? I remember when actors told Marvel fans or cinema fans, right? When that movie came out, that they tried to stop the movie. And I said, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? Black Panther became one of their biggest movies too, by the way. And the actors were saying that Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, did not want this movie to come out. So now it got me thinking. I said, what if, right? Let's just be real about it. What if Bob Iger feels the exact same way about the Blade reboot? He like, look, I don't see no potential or value or it making money. You can't say that about Black Panther. It made y'all $1 billion. It made y'all $1 billion, all right? So, Blade reboot, there's a possibility, right? That it could be a big movie. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It's really unfortunate. Like I said before, them not knowing what they want to do with Blade. All these release dates that we've had in the past about this movie. And I'm like, well, when are we going to get this movie? All right. So originally, the Blade reboot movie was supposed to have came out last year. I know it sounds crazy, right? Like, whoa, pause. Blade reboot movie was supposed to come out last year, but the new release date is going to be sometime this year. I don't know. I don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, let me just throw that out there for you guys too. The Blade reboot movie does not have a director, doesn't have writers. Make sense, y'all. How, Sway? How? I don't know. I think Marvel Studios got a decision they need to make. Either you're going to include Blade in a superhero crossover movie with other comic book characters for a live adaptation movie, or y'all just going to cancel Blade. Because it don't make no sense for us to wait this long for a movie and you guys still haven't gotten this off the ground just yet. You know, that's really how I feel about it. I'm like, shoot, y'all could at least, if y'all don't want to do a live adaptation, can we get an animated Blade movie? Hear me out, Marvel Studios. Hear me out. Because I'm pretty sure that could get done pretty quickly. I know animation takes probably about 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 at most. It's unfortunate. I just think maybe Disney CEO don't see the value in it. Maybe Bob Iger said, I don't see the value. I don't see fans going to theaters wanting to go see a Blade movie because we've already done a Blade movie. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a New Line Cinema movie, right? At the time, because Marvel Studios wasn't a thing back then. It's sad, man. It's really sad to see a movie that could potentially be a dope black superhero movie, right? But it is a blur. Living Word guys, you tell me in the comments, do you think we'll ever see the Blade reboot movie? And my next question for you guys is, why do you think the directors and writers keep leaving the Blade reboot movie? All right. But it is the hardest working blerd on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, sharing. Also, hit that bell to stay notified, guys. It's the blerd from the middle of the map. And I'm out, legends.